Jason Swing says he recorded video of a cigar-shaped object flying right over Lake Norman.
Hey, this is a spacecraft.
I'd never seen anything like that before. You know, it was a UFO. It's unidentified. Oh, it was definitely not a drone.
Despite being the most exposed, the sky holds some of the world's greatest mysteries.
Whoa, look at the smoke.
From cities obscured by clouds to potential proof of extraterrestrial existence.
Bro, look at these clouds. What's going on?
It's filled with spooky, strange entities that are actually thriving above us.
Oh my god, you see those birds?
So tag along, because what was caught on camera will leave you shocked.
Bam! What is that?
While on a cruise ship, someone noticed bright red lights coming from the back of the ship. At first, it seemed like nothing, but when they looked closer, they realized it wasn't normal. The lights weren't from the ship. They were coming from a UFO flying low over the ocean, right near the ship. The person was completely stunned. The UFO looked like it was gliding smoothly, with its red glow reflecting off the water. It left everyone wondering, what could it have been? Cloud Circle Mystery.
Bro, look at these clouds. What is going on?
Have you ever seen strange shapes in the sky? A group of people traveling on a ship in the middle of the ocean noticed something unusual. Perfect circles in the clouds, scattered across the sky. These circles appeared like spots where the clouds were missing, leaving clear gaps. The sight left them puzzled, and when the footage went viral, it sparked curiosity online. People couldn't figure out what caused the strange shapes, and no one had a clear answer. Some believed it might be proof that there's more to this world than we understand.
The actual cloud. Yeah.
Mysterious Lake UFO.
Jason Swing says he recorded video of a cigar-shaped object flying right over Lake Norman.
A guy was just filming a random video in his backyard, not knowing that what he was capturing would blow up all over the internet. He managed to film this giant object floating above Lake Norman, right near Hager's Creek boat landing. It was massive, probably twice the size of a 747 airplane. Whatever it wasn't a drone or a plane, and no one could figure out what it was. He posted the video online, and it went viral. Experts from everywhere reached out, but no one had an explanation. The only other person who saw the UFO was someone who was with him at the time, but that still leaves us with more questions than answers. What was it? We may never know.
Maybe two sizes of two 747s. It was massive.
Strange sky shadows. A man was walking outside on a windy day when he saw something strange in the sky. It looked like black shadows moving and spreading across the air. At first, it seemed like smoke, but it didn't act like normal smoke. The unusual sight made him stop and stare, trying to figure out what it could be. Honestly, it's one of those moments where nature or something beyond it just leaves you speechless. Whether it was smoke caught in the wind or something entirely different, it had an eerie feeling that stayed with him long after. Orbs in the Sky.
Bam! What is that?
Some travelers were on a ship, enjoying the beautiful sunset over the ocean, when suddenly their attention was drawn to a strange sight in the sky. As they looked up, they saw something completely unexpected. 14 glowing orbs hovering above the water. Yes, 14. That many orbs have not been seen together anywhere before in the world. The ferry was in the middle of the ocean on a ferry, and everyone on there witnessed this. This strange sight dismissed all the skeptics' theory, because there in the middle of the ocean was nothing that had caused these glows.
On a ferry.
UFO Light Beam. A person spotted a UFO in the sky, shaped like a disc, with several lights flashing on it. The UFO stayed still, but what made it even more interesting was the bright beam of light coming from the center. The light turned on and off several times, shining directly down to the ground. Every time the light flashed, the area below lit up brightly. It seemed like the UFO might have been sending a signal or waiting for someone. This video quickly went viral on social media, with some people thinking it's just a prank. What do you think? Could this be real proof that UFOs exist, or just a trick? Strange flying object. While traveling through the fields in Dos Palos, CA, a person noticed something very strange in the sky. At first, he thought it was just a weather drone, but when he saw flames coming from the engine of the flying object, he realized it wasn't normal. It was clear this thing was not like anything he had seen before. He quickly pulled out his phone and captured it, seeing the weird object more clearly. The flames coming out of it made it obvious that it was not just a regular drone. Whatever it was, it definitely wasn't something you'd expect to see every day. UFO Close Encounter. We've all watched UFO videos, right? Well, this one's different. It's another solid piece of proof that UFOs are real. In this footage, a huge UFO flies so close to the camera that it's crystal clear. No CGI or special effects here. The craft is massive, floating silently in the sky. Its details sparkled under the light, and honestly, it looked real. Witnesses who saw the craft were left in shock, wondering if they had just observed something from beyond our world. While no one can say for certain what it was, this sighting leaves us with more questions than answers. Could this be yet another mystery waiting to be solved? Cigar Shaped UFO. A strange cigar-shaped flying object was spotted in the sky, and it had everyone talking. This metallic object was rotating as it moved and glided smoothly through the air. But the mysterious part was that it wasn't flying solo. Alongside it, a yellow-colored jet plane was zooming around at high speed, almost like it was investigating the object. Some people think it might have been the military trying to figure out what the UFO really was. In the zoomed-in video, you can clearly see both objects, and the UFO looked completely real. No blurry, fake vibes. UFO and Smoke. A passenger was traveling on a plane when they saw a UFO in the sky. But it wasn't just any UFO. It was releasing a huge chemical trail with smoke pouring out of it. It looked like the UFO might have been broken or malfunctioning, which is why so much smoke was coming from it. The smoke formed a visible line across the sky. Honestly, it was something out of the ordinary, and I couldn't help but wonder if it was a UFO in trouble or something that has been kept hidden from us. Portal in the sky. A passenger was traveling on a plane when he noticed something unbelievable. A glowing portal opened below the plane that looked like it came from another dimension. Not just one guy, but everyone on the flight noticed it, and the whole plane went into panic mode. Passengers were screaming, and chaos filled the cabin as the plane moved past the portal. But here's the real question. Could this mysterious portal be connected to aliens? Well, if it really was a portal, who knows what's on the other side? Maybe something we're not ready to understand yet. UFOs from Moon. A science student, while trying to adjust his telescope, noticed something strange on the moon. Some mysterious objects were coming out of it. In the telescopic view, the video clearly showed white, glowing things flying out of the moon's surface. They floated for a while and then vanished all of a sudden. It's pretty clear these objects were UFOs, and since there are people who believe aliens are far more ahead of us, maybe they are now trying to inhabit the moon? Would it be possible? You tell me! Ring of Fire. In St. Louis, something completely unexpected appeared in the sky, leaving everyone shocked. It wasn't just some regular sight, it was this massive ring-like object with flames shooting out of it. People started calling it the Ring of Fire because it literally looked like a fiery portal hanging in the sky. Some thought it might be a gateway to another dimension, while others believed it had to do with a UFO. Whatever it wasn't small. This thing was huge, lighting up the sky in a way that made it impossible to ignore. It left everyone looking up, confused and wondering what they were witnessing. Could it have been something alien? Or maybe some natural phenomenon we don't understand yet? Backyard angel sighting. Ever been in a situation where you recorded something and later noticed something in the video that wasn't there before? Well, that's exactly what happened with this backdoor ring cam. In the middle of the day, a bright, glowing object appeared in someone's backyard. The glowing figure slowly moved back after some time, almost like it was returning to where it came from. Online viewers were blown away by the footage, with many saying it looked like an angel because of its human-like glowing shape. Whether it was something divine or just unexplainable, it left everyone in shock. Black Ring Mystery.
Oh, look at the smoke.
A couple was driving home under a dark, stormy sky just before Hurricane Milton. Suddenly, they noticed this massive black smoky ring floating in the sky. It wasn't a regular cloud, and it didn't move like smoke either. I mean, a perfect black circle just hanging in the sky? That's not something you see every day. But the explanation is disappointingly simple, since the video was shared online. Experts revealed that it wasn't anything eerie or otherworldly. It was actually a smoke ring that was created after the Transformer explosion. But it's not satisfying, is it? As the same smoke rings have been captured in several parts of the world.
Alien shit.
No, I've been seeing that all over the internet.
Bird freeze moment. A bird was flying smoothly through the sky when, out of nowhere, it just froze midair, totally frozen in place, like time had stopped for it. People walking by couldn't believe what they were seeing. They stopped, stared, and pointed, completely shocked. It was like the thing was stuck in some matrix. You could tell they had no idea what was going on. It was like reality itself was glitching for that moment. It was such a bizarre sight that it made everyone question if something strange was happening right in front of their eyes. UFO power configurations.
What they call Omicron configuration, where the craft is using one generator.
Ever heard of the Omicron and Delta configurations? These are the ways UFOs use their generators to move. The Omicron setup uses just one generator, but the Delta setup powers all three, perfect for space travel. Here's how it works. The craft tilts on its side, focuses all three gravity generators into one point, and zooms through space. If you ever saw one of these crafts at night, it wouldn't look like a regular spaceship. Instead, it would appear as a glowing ball, floating in the sky. No doubt this is the kind of tech that could totally change how we think about space travel. Mystery in the sky. Giant objects that looked like huge stone boulders were caught on camera floating above the ground. They appeared to be hanging there in the sky, with something that looked like roots dangling from them. So what could they be? Maybe alien ships? Or perhaps a portal to another dimension opened up? The video seemed real, and there was even another recording from a different angle that confirmed it. What do you think? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Mysterious sky figure. While strong waves crashed against the ocean, a humanoid figure suddenly appeared in the sky. It was glowing white, floating as if it were some kind of spirit or angel. The creature didn't move, just hovered in one spot, high above the water. Many online viewers claimed it was an angel, and honestly, after watching the footage, I can't blame them. It looked otherworldly, like something we're just not meant to understand. And its bright, ethereal glow and the way it floated so still in the sky made it look like something straight out of a supernatural tale. Bright UFO sighting. Late at night, a guy was looking up at the sky when he noticed something glowing. At first, he thought it was just a shooting star, but this thing was way bigger than that. Out of curiosity, he zoomed in with his camera, and that's when he got the shock of his life. It was a UFO! The object had a clear disc shape, and bright white light was shining from it. The video only lasted a few seconds, but honestly, it was enough to make everyone think, maybe we're not the only ones here. Feels like solid proof that something else is out there keeping an eye on us. What do you think? UFO Stuck. A huge UFO was spotted by an eyewitness on the way to the village of Ust-Koksa in Russia. A person was driving when all of a sudden they noticed something strange in the sky. It was like a huge object that seemed stuck in one spot in the sky. The person thought to themselves, "Clouds don't look like that." They were really confused because the UFO was so massive and just sitting there in the sky without moving. It was an unusual sight that left the witness stunned, not understanding why such a huge object was just hanging out in the sky like that. Orbs at 1,000 feet. A passenger on a plane was admiring the beautiful view of the clouds when something unusual caught his attention. High up in the sky, he spotted glowing objects. Curious, he quickly zoomed in with his camera and saw 6 bright orbs flying together in perfect formation. The glowing orbs resembled fireballs, and their clarity and movement were simply mind-blowing. He kept recording for a while, capturing the mesmerizing sight from his window seat. The way these orbs glowed and moved left him stunned. It wasn't something he would have expected to see while flying. Skies glow. In California, a glowing object appeared in the sky at night. The video was blurry, so it's hard to say exactly what it was, but the way it shined was clear, and one thing was certain: there was something up there. People couldn't decide if it was a glowing orb or a UFO. The mysterious object left everyone wondering, as the footage didn't give enough details to make a conclusion. The strange light continued to captivate viewers, leaving them curious about what it could have been. Was it just an unusual light, or something more out of this world? UFO or rocket? Have you ever seen a rocket launch and thought it might be a UFO? Well, one night, SpaceX launched a rocket into the sky, and as it sped through the atmosphere, a chemtrail formed behind it, creating an incredible sight. The rocket moved so fast that people on the ground were amazed, and some even questioned whether it was a UFO, with the glowing chemtrail leaving a mysterious trail across the sky. Many online viewers debated if they had witnessed an alien craft or just a regular rocket launch. Well, I believe it was a UFO. Let me know your views in the comments below. Glowing UFO. A local was out one evening when he suddenly noticed a disc-shaped UFO in the sky. Without thinking twice, he pulled out his phone and began recording. Luckily, he was able to capture the UFO clearly on camera. In the video, you can see the UFO flying steadily ahead, with the person trying his best to get closer for better shots. The UFO had a noticeable glow, and there was a red light flashing on one of its corners. After a brief moment, the UFO continued moving across the sky. The video quickly went viral, sparking a lot of interest online, especially on Reddit. Some said it's close to Area 51, so it could be proof that UFOs really exist. Disappearing orbs. A person was watching a sunny cloud when suddenly their eyes caught 4 to 5 flying orbs in the sky. These orbs were moving at different distances, traveling through the sky while shining brightly from the sunlight. As they kept flying, they eventually disappeared, and the person was left confused, wondering where the orbs had gone. It was a strange sight, and despite searching, the orbs were nowhere to be found. Now that is one unusual phenomenon right there. Blue light mystery. A person was watching the clouds in the sky one night when suddenly their attention was drawn to one specific cloud. This cloud was glowing with a blue light. Yes, you heard that right. The part of the sky above it was completely blue. The person quickly recorded the unusual sight and shared the video on social media, asking, "What's going on in the sky?" Some viewers guessed that maybe some event was happening, and the lights were pointing up. Others thought there might be a UFO hidden inside the cloud. Personally, I think there was something eerie in those clouds. UFO in disguise. We often look at the clouds in the sky and notice their different shapes, right? Well, in 2015, a man in South Philly, PA, recorded a video of a cloud moving intelligently from his bedroom window. He was watching the sky on a sunny day when he noticed a cloud that looked different from the others. As he filmed it, the cloud started moving even faster, and sparks started coming from it. The way it moved so smoothly and quickly made it clear. This cloud was being controlled, like a UFO disguised as a cloud. UFO or Shooting Star? You must have seen falling stars at night and made a wish, hoping it will come true, right? Well, one guy uploaded a video thinking he had caught a falling star. He thought nothing of it, but little did he know, the video would go viral. Turns out, what he filmed wasn't a falling star at all. Instead, it was a UFO. The object appeared in the sky like a star, and then vanished just as quickly. It was like something out of a movie. So, the next time you're looking at the stars, maybe take a closer look. You might spot something much stranger than you think. Japan's sky glow.
저 UFO 아이가?
A family in Japan was in their apartment when they saw a glowing, strange light in the sky above a building in the city center. As soon as they spotted it, they quickly opened their window to record it clearly and figure out what it was. The light looked like a fiery ball floating in the sky, shining brightly. Whatever it was, the video quickly went viral on the internet, and everyone became curious about the strange light. Floating creature. Some people were driving through an open field when something totally bizarre caught their attention. In the distance, they spotted a creepy, shadowy figure floating above the fields. It wasn't just any ordinary shadow. It had these long, wavy tentacles that made it look super eerie. Honestly, it seemed like something straight out of a Harry Potter movie, like one of those scary Dementors. The figure wasn't still either. It was moving slowly in the air, almost like it was searching for something. But before they could get a better look, the car drove past, leaving them with so many unanswered questions. UFO Buzz in Vegas.
And this is one of those drones.
You remember the spaceships from Star Wars? Well, something like that happened in Las Vegas. A woman recorded this moment after hearing a loud noise, like a chopper in the sky. But when she rushed to her building's roof, it was a giant drone-like thing hovering in the sky. According to her, it was at least the size of a car. But in the video, it looked way bigger. It was just hanging in the air, barely moving. Then it started to rotate a little before flying off. The mysterious part? It was flying around the area in a perfect circle, almost like it was scanning the area, before it disappeared in the sky.
Here we go. Here it is.
Glasgow UFO Sighting.
Lindsay, come here.
In Glasgow, a strange flying object left people completely puzzled. A girl noticed the unusual shape hovering right above her flat and immediately called her boyfriend who lived on the top floor. He grabbed his phone and started recording the bizarre sight. This wasn't the typical disc-shaped UFO you hear about. It had a unique, almost unexplainable shape that didn't resemble anything familiar. The couple was totally caught off guard, staring in disbelief at the mysterious object floating through the sky. They never expected to witness something so odd. And honestly, who would?
Yeah, could you turn the focus thing?
Shapeshifter on sky. There are moments in life when you witness something that makes you question reality. This is one of those moments. A shapeshifter was spotted up in the skies of Ohio back in 2021, and it was glowing with bright white light. It wasn't just floating, it was moving, shifting its form. The way it moved was so unnatural that everyone who saw it was left in total shock. It almost seemed to be vanishing, like it was going back to its dimension. Whether it was a shapeshifter or something from another realm, it was definitely a strange sight that left people wondering if they were witnessing something otherworldly. Dark sky mystery. A passenger was traveling on a plane near Portland when they saw a black, shadowy figure that appeared to float and move through the air. The person believed it was a UFO, but others who saw the video thought it looked more like a dark spirit or some kind of strange energy. Its movement was smooth, yet unsettling. Some said it might just be an illusion caused by light and shadows, while others speculated it was something supernatural. Whatever it was, the sight was pretty fascinating. That shows how mysterious and unpredictable our skies can be. Mystery in the sky. Moving on, a man caught a weird phenomenon in the sky that left everyone confused. The sun looked like it was surrounded by two rings, a golden one and a blue one, and bursts of energy were radiating from it, as if it was about to explode. What made it even stranger was that rocks and debris seemed to float nearby, defying gravity. It was as if the normal laws of physics didn't apply. The man described it as a space anomaly, something he had never seen before. Now, it could be a really rare atmospheric event, but I wonder if something extraterrestrial was controlling the skies. Either way, pretty fascinating stuff.
Oh my god, you see those birds?
UFOs over the mountains. Ever caught a UFO squad hanging out in the sky? Well, 5 of them were spotted blinking and coming together over a mountain range in Mexico. They were just chilling above the peaks, like they were up to something. They floated above the peaks, almost like they were having a meeting. This kind of sighting isn't new, as similar events have been reported over other mountain ranges. It's a strange, brilliant anomaly that always catches the eye. Whether it's a rare event or something more, it definitely leaves a lasting impression on anyone who witnesses it. Green light mystery. In the pitch-dark wilderness of Antarctica, someone noticed a strange green light flickering in the distance. At first, it just looked like a small light far away, so they started recording. But when they zoomed in, things got really interesting. The green light wasn't just floating, it was moving fast, almost like it was coming from a UFO speeding through the sky. It was so quick, it almost seemed like it was leaving the Earth's surface. Chinese dragon. What's the weirdest thing have you seen when you looked up in the sky? I am sure it wasn't as freaky as this. This clip from China shows a giant dragon-like creature circling in the cloud. The thing seems to be hidden behind the clouds, and we can only see its shadow. The dragon is actually shining in the dark sky, like its surface is bright white. But the most fascinating part is its speed. From the looks of it and the way it's moving, there is no doubt that it was actually a dragon. Even though these beings were thought to be extinct from China, it could be possible that they went into hiding. Weird sky sighting. Think of a situation where you're just going about your day, and suddenly you look up to see something you can't explain. That's exactly what happened in Burbank, California. A mysterious human-shaped object was caught on camera, floating in the sky. The guy who saw it, along with his whole family, was totally freaked out and thought it might be the second coming of Jesus Christ. And here's the wild part. It happened near an airport where drones aren't even allowed to fly, which means it was clearly an otherworldly entity. Speedy UFO Sighting. Lately, there have been a lot of UFO sightings, making people wonder if we might not be alone in the sky. In this video, a passenger on a flight managed to capture footage of a fast-moving object flying really close to their plane. At first, the passenger thought it was just a drone, but as it got closer, the shape of the object became clear. It was a disc, like the typical UFO shape. It looked like the UFO was observing the plane and its passengers. The fact that it was caught on camera in a moving plane is pretty strange. Honestly, I think the government should start taking these sightings seriously before our alien neighbors start getting more involved. Alien cloud mystery. This next clip comes from South Africa, where someone recorded a strange and glowing cloud in the evening sky. The reddish, unusual shape quickly got people talking online. Many thought it was a sign of aliens, with some saying it looked like a hidden UFO or something from space. However, experts suggested it might be a lenticular cloud, a rare type of cloud caused by wind over mountains, made more dramatic by the sunset. What is happening in South Africa? Let us move on towards our subscribers' pick of the day. A passenger was on a plane, just staring out the window when something strange caught his eye. Up in the sky, there was this pink, tentacle-like thing floating around. It looked like a mix between a fluffy cloud and some kind of creepy creature. The passenger couldn't believe what they were seeing. Was it some rare weather phenomenon? If you ask me, I'd say it was a UFO. I mean, who defined UFOs as disc-shaped objects? Maybe the aliens wanted to change the shapes to remain unnoticed?